Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Time to see the Bengals offense go to work, and leading them out, the #1 overall pick in the 2020 draft, Joe Burrow, now his second season out of LSU.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now Burrow on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in by Miller. Joe Burrow in year #2, moving around pretty good considering the seriousness of his injury last year. If you're a defensive coordinator here, what are you trying to do to slow Joe Burrow down?
I think you want him to be in rhythm. I think you want him to be on time. And normally, you want to take that away from the quarterback, make him hold it a little bit longer. But when he has a chance to maneuver around the pocket and sometimes get out of it, big plays result. I want him throwing the ball on time and then tackling the receivers.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From midfield now, Burrow. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers.
They're led by the #2 overall pick in April's draft from BYU, the rookie Zach Wilson.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold,
There he goes left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers.
Raheem Mostert
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the 49ers on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
He's picked off at his own 47. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And Mostert with a first down carry. Nice carry. Gets his way forward for a pickup of about 6 yards. Second down. Here's Mostert again.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Four yards remain for second down.
Throwing is Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive. The Bengals set to take over.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Here we go. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And caught right side, Green. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow completes it to Miller. To the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He gets this one to Boyd. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play...
Down, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just 1 play resulting in the touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the...
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That's caught. It's McCaffrey again.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes.
Samson Abukum
able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now here's Ross. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Niners continue to... Here in this first half. Gold with the egg. It is 28-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Time for Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense to take over now. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And now the throw hauled in by Green. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On second and very short. Burrow got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. That is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. 1st down and a little extra for Mostert. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Play action. Now Wilson. Taking a shot for Samuel. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So we have reached halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. Returning it, John Ross. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 166 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our 2nd half blowout material. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Sermon. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here's Sermon.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Sermon. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Sermon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was finished off by the rookie Trey Sermon. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's going to air it out deep for Green. They've got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. The quick slant caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter, you're going. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 1st down, Mitchell. And he's got some space here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Elijah Mitchell
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Niners add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it is 42-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker, too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there.
Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Finding room to the 20. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And Burrow going to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Green alone out to the right. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. Flushed out right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught inside the 5. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. To throw is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. To return it, Darius Phillips.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout.
That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On 2nd and inches, Burrow. Now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off right around the 43. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return, Phillips. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by the rookie Greg Newsome. And the Niners come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves. Things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run.